Hi, thanks for stopping by to check out our tutorial video on how to use the ACDC video editing software utility. Realistically, this is probably going to end up being 2 or 3 videos. Just depends on how much I talk. So before I get too far involved with the software itself, it's probably prudent just to spend a few minutes talking about the USB thumb drive that comes with the mod and then everything that's actually on it. So I have my USB plugged into the laptop. If I come down to the Start button, right click, open Windows Explorer. Here is the 16 gigabyte USB that comes with the mod. It's entitled ACDC. So if we open that, you'll see there's a variety of folders on the USB thumb drive. These top 2 folders you don't really need to worry about. The activation that's for us and debug files are really more for us. So let's get to the other folders below that. So the first folder is entitled Extras. I'll come back to that in a few minutes. The next folder is entitled Images. These are the actual images that are displayed on the mod's LCD screen when you drain a ball or when you're in Song Select. So if you look in that folder, there are a variety of folders in there. The default folder, really no reason for you to go in there, so just avoid that folder. If we look in the drain folder, these are various drain images that I have set up on my mod. So for example, I like to make fun of myself because my playing style is, well, it's not very good. I should be using the flipper button because I'm stupid apparently. But anyway, there's a variety of drain images here, and I think the important thing to note is that I can have as many drain images as I want. So technically, I could have 100 drain images. I mean, if we look at these, this is a pretty small file size, and if we come over here and look at properties, you can see there's a ton of space left on this USB, and I've loaded mine up with quite a few videos. So 16 gigs will get you a lot of real estate in terms of videos and images. So anyway, that's the drain images. Song Select, same thing. In my case, I have 3 different Song Select images. So these are the images that are displayed when the ball is shot into the jukebox and you're actively selecting a different song mode. So the way the mod works in general, and this applies to both images and videos, whenever you go into a given mode, so say Song Select for this example, the first time you go into Song Select, you're going to see whatever. I'm going to see S1 in this case. The next time I go into Song Select, I'm going to see S2. The third time I'm going to see S3, so on and so forth. So if I had 100 videos here, or images, excuse me, I would go through all 100 images before I went back to the first image. And that same principle applies to the videos as well. So here is your user's manual. So this is what you're going to want to read upon purchasing the mod. This is going to walk you step by step through how to install the mod. And then of course videos. These are all the videos that are played on the LCD screen, based on various modes. So you can see you have an attract folder, a mini playfield folder, an encore folder, and then the rest of these folders are just acronyms for the song titles. So BIB is Back in Black, right? HB would be Hell's Bells. So let's take a look at the attract folder. So again, I have 3 different attract videos on my mod. And so each time I go into attract mode, I'll see a different video, and then the 4th time I go into attract mode, I'll see this video again. So let's come back and take a look at this extras folder. So there are a couple folders in here. This SD card one is a very useful one to have. Here I'm giving you Windows 32 Disk Imager, which is a software utility that allows you to basically re-image SD cards or create duplicate SD cards. So this file up here, this is the actual image of the SD card that comes with the mod. So if you wanted to make a new SD card just to have a backup, you could run through this software utility and take this image and burn it to a new SD card, or in the event that your existing SD card somehow gets corrupted, you would use this software to re-image it. So I probably will do a whole separate video on walking through that process. This overlays folder, I'll get more into that when we actually get into the software itself. And then Pinball Browser, this is the software that we're using to interface with the LCD screen. This includes the patch that allows Pinball Browser to interface with our mod so that we know when to display what image or video based on gameplay. So you would take your game's bin file and you would run it through Pinball Browser and convert it over to a version that works with our mod. So I think it's also important to note that right now the mod only works with version 1.65 of the game code. We are working on 1.68, not sure when we will have that though. So in the interim, just be aware that your bin file needs to be based on the 1.65 version of Stern's code. Here's the actual video software that's in the video software folder. So if I double click on this, we'll get our software installed here. Well, I uninstalled it, but I did do a full uninstall. I wanted to go through the install for the video here so you wouldn't get that message. So basically I'm clicking next, 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 next. I decided I would like to have a desktop shortcut. So while the software is installing, this will take, I don't know, less than a minute. This software is designed to work with both Windows 7 and Windows 8 operating systems. We are working on a Mac version. I don't want to make any guarantees as to when we'll actually have that completed though, but for now the software utility is designed specifically for the Windows platform on the Windows 7 and Windows 8 OS. So I think this is probably a reasonable point to stop for the first video, so stay tuned and go ahead and watch the second one, because that's where it's going to actually get a little more entertaining. So see you in a few minutes.